with Ross Krajak. 20 laps the distance. Green flags in the air. We're underway. And Jacob Abbott that time will lead him off at turn number 2, trying to clear the 51R. Krajak, he does. Slams the door on Ross Krajak. Krajak might have made contact with the outside retaining wall down the back straightaway. As the top 2 drivers, they break away up top on the racetrack. Then you got your driver down that third position, the 16B, as one car spins around. Chaz Baca, hard contact. Kayla Woolery, Josh Monday, the 177, Megan Ray, Austin Seals in the 18, also involved. A lot of fluid down there on the track. All right, looking for the green flag at the cone. Third complete restart. We'll see if the third time's a charm here. I'm hopeful. As they go 3 wide into turn number 1. Not too hopeful now, but it will be Jacob Mabbitt in the 51R of Ross Krajak going side by side off of turn number 2. As they head into turn number 3, Jacob Mabbitt will take the race lead. See those cars down there bouncing around. Will be Mabbitt coming to the line. He'll lead lap number 1 over Krajak, who's in the second spot. Then they go 3 wide now for third. James Guile looks to the inside as we've got 1 lap in the books. Hats off, race fans. Tip it to him. It's James Guile, Rick Hughes, and the 16B of Travis Murphy. Went 3 wide for a moment. Now Travis Murphy to the inside of Hughes. He's going to knock him up out of the way. A little contact there with Hughes and Murphy. No, one of the drivers moving his way up through the field. Starts race back in 25th. It is Matt Guile. See the 27. Still on the racetrack of Cameron Mabbitt down there running second to last. A lot of damage on his car, but he's still out there running. Also, the 5 of Caleb Woolery. Those 2 drivers were involved in the last yellow flag. As Worley got into the back of Jason Knuppel. Almost spun Knuppel around right ahead of him. There goes Jim Hawk around. Everybody having to get on the binders to avoid making contact with him. Hawk almost went nose first with the 33 car. He does get a car refire, though, and we stay green. Wow. Big moment there for the 16 of Jim Hawk. He went around, almost made contact with the 33. Coming back to the line of Andrew Wolford as Ross Krajak starting to put the pressure on the 28 of Jacob Mabbitt. I don't know if he has brakes. I don't know if he has brakes. Like, look how he's going. Like, I don't think he has brakes. So the 5 right now, keep an eye on him, Caleb Woolery. That car is driving extremely fast. Got into the back of Jason Knuppel a few laps ago. I see a little issue there from the 16B of Murphy. But Caleb Woolery in the 5 right now going into turn number 1, that station wagon. I don't think he has brakes right now, as he is just all over the rim, and he ain't slowing down one damn bit. Holy cow. Put on a show there, Caleb Woolery. I love it. As we got 1 car coming right hard into the wall for turn number 4. Oh, hard trouble. That is John Gary. Yes, John Gary. Probably wish I call him Matt Guile now, but that is John Gary in the 87 Jag. Hard contact with the wall. We stay green, though. He drove right to the pits as now a car almost came off of turn number 4 and spun around. Believe we might have a tire issue there on the 27 of Cameron Mabbitt. Looks like he's all good to go as we cross the stripe. It's still Jacob Mabbitt out front. He puts Jim Hawk 1 lap down off of turn number 2, followed by the 51R of Ross Krajak. Fastest car on the racetrack right now is the 5 of Caleb Woolery, turning 21.902 laps, and that 5 station wagon. As we come up to the cross flags, this next time by, right now it's 11 laps to go. Next time by, the cross flags will be up as it's Mabbitt out front, getting ready to pass Shane Heisen in the 40 machine. He'll put him 1 lap down. Ross Krajak going to follow suit, going to drop the nose down the inside along with the 28 of Mabbitt as they come off of turn number 4. It's Mabbitt. Oh, Krajak went up on the wall. Got all right side tires up, climbing the wall. Now he's slowing down in turn number 1. We'll see if that hurt his car. Looks like it did as James Guile's going to go underneath him. Ross Krajak going to come to a stop. Yellow comes out of the top of 2. Lights are out. Jacob Mabbitt out front by himself. James Guile, Matt Guile in row 2. Rick Hughes, Toyoto, 4th and 5th. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. 10 laps of distance here as the cross flags do come out with the green flag, and we go racing once again into turn number 1. And Jacob Mabbitt will lose the lead into turn number 1 and give it over to Matt Guile, last week's main event winner, trying to make it 2 in a row. Here comes James Guile, though, in the 1776. He looks to the inside of Jacob Mabbitt. Little contact there. 28 of Mabbitt able to hang on. He throttles out, trying to work his way back around the 25 now. Toby Wibito, your points leader. Toby Wibito And that 25 car now looks to the inside of Jacob Mabbett as James Guile has issues, walks up the racetrack, falls all the way outside the top 5 now. Here comes Jim Hawk trying to take another pass at him. Is that car all over the place, bouncing up and down, going into turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Keep an eye on that 5 station wagon, Caleb Worley. He's going back to the top side of the racetrack once again. Was running the fastest lap times before that caution came out. We'll see if he can get into a little bit of a rhythm here and give them a run for their money here. With 7 laps to go, it's Matt Guile out front, followed by Jacob Mabbett, Toby Wibito, Kaylee Snyder in the 4th spot. And that black number 57, Rick Hughes in 5th. Good run for Kaylee Snyder here tonight. That black number 57 machine. She runs in that 4th spot. Top 5 drivers all catfish around the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Jacob Mabbett trying to widen out that car a little bit off of turn number 4, that white number 28 car. See if he can't work his way back around Matt Guile. Mabbett led the first 10 circuits of tonight's main event for handing over the reins to the 8UD on Matt Guile on that last restart. Now it's all Matt Guile out front, starting to pull away from the 28 of Mabbett. One car spinning around off of turn number 4. Looks like he'll get back on the throttle. That's the 16B of Murphy. Guile now 5 laps to go. See Conrad Santa Cruz has the 5 fingers in the air. He's showing them the 5 laps to go. Travis Murphy racing your race leader, Matt Guile, a little bit hard through turns 1 and 2, but still Guile out front by about 6 car lengths over Jacob Mabbett. Behind Mabbett, it's going to be Toby Wibito in the 3rd spot. 4th right now, Kaylee Snyder. 5th, Rick Hughes. 6th, James Guile, with Jim Hawk in 7th. Ross Krajak in 8th. That's Caleb Worley starting to move through the field down in turn number 1. That's the first side-by-side battles. Rick Hughes has issues in your top 5. Rick Hughes with some issues, and now it looks like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th has issues with the lap car. Toby Wibito can't get around Travis Murphy in the 16B. Travis Murphy almost runs into the driver's side door of Toby Wibito. He had to get out of the throttle on Kaylee Snyder. They're 3rd and 4th right now. Matt Guile, he's able to drive away. He has all clear track ahead of him now as he gets past Cameron Mabbett. Next car in front is a full straightaway ahead, and that's Shane Heisen. So 2 laps to go for Matt Guile. Will the next 2 laps be clean, though, is the question for the 8UD of Guile as they work their way off of turn number 4. Here comes Matt Guile. He'll take the white flag. He drops the nose into turn number 1, using that lower line through turns 1 and 2. Going to bring the car, stay actually in the middle groove, down the back straightaway. Keep that nose pointed to the inside in case he catches up to the 40 of Shane Heisen. Off of turn number 4, one final time. Give it to Matt Guile, back-to-back. Main event wins here at Arizona Speedway. The battle for 2nd, go to Jacob Mabbett. 3rd is Kaylee Snyder. Back-to-back main event wins for the 8UD of Matt Guile. Still Parker here on the front straightaway. Matt, long time coming last weekend, man, but here back-to-back victory lane. How's that feel?
Feels great. I got to thank everybody for coming out. Jonah for the track. Brian Knox with Hard Knocks, Rocket Excavation, Solutions Plus Plumbing, captains, my family, my wife. Thanks again, Rip. I appreciate everybody's guys' help. I thank you.
Hey, now take us back to that race real quick. You had to start 25th by virtue of winning last week's race, so you started dead last. Big pile up there on the front straightaway, man. How'd you navigate your way through it?
Well, I just looked for the quickest opening, and there was one right down the center, so I just went for it and hoped that nobody was turning down. So thankfully, I cleared everybody. I know I got into somebody in 2 over here. Didn't affect the car. Car ran great. So just grateful to be here again.
A great final restart as well, getting around the 28. Jacob Mabbett, who led the first 10 circuits.
Yeah, I was hoping for him to win. That's my old car that I just sold him, so I was really hoping for him to win, but he could take 2nd or whatever he did to me. That's awesome. The car's definitely used to 2nd place, so.
Hey, well, this new AUD, it's definitely used to 1st place. Back-to-back main event wins for Matt Guile here tonight, race fans.